I am a firm believer that squats are one of the most important exercises for anyone to do, but especially someone that has multiple sclerosis. The reason for this is because squats strengthen all of the muscles in your legs that are responsible for helping you stand up from a low surface. And how many times have you found yourself being in a struggling situation when you're standing up from a couch or from a low bench or a low chair? So doing squats will actually help strengthen your muscles to move around better throughout your day-to-day life. However, so many people have difficulty with squats because it causes pain in their knees or discomfort somewhere in their body. So I'm going to show you two different ways to do squats that are just as great to strengthen those leg muscles. The first exercise is a wall squat, and the second exercise is a wall squat hold. The wall squat hold is a modification of the wall squat, but it is very important that you do these exercises correctly, otherwise it's likely that they will still cause pain. So let's get into it.
The first thing you need to do is find a wall with blank space so that you can lean up against the wall. The second thing you need to do is make sure your positioning is correct, the positioning of your legs and the positioning of your torso. So let's first talk about the legs. If my feet are too close to the wall, when I bend down to squat, you'll see that my knees are way over my toes. My knees are here and my toes are all the way back here. That's really going to bother your knees. So the first step is to move your feet away from the wall. This is going to be a different distance for everyone based on how tall you are and how long your legs are. So you want to move your feet away from your body, and they are about hip width apart. So for me, it looks like this. I'm going to go back to the side so that you can see when I bend from here, my knees are now in alignment with my midfoot ankle area. So that's what we want. And we want about 90 degrees if that's not too challenging. If your legs are too far away, that's also not the best because you're at this big angle and it's going to be a lot harder for your legs. So try to shimmy around and find that distance between the wall and your heels where when you bend down, your knees are in alignment with your ankles or midfoot area. The second thing you need to make sure is in good alignment is your torso. We have a tendency to arch our backs. So we have this space between our back and the wall. And what you want to do is flatten that space. So you're going to tighten your ab muscles and push the arch of your back into the wall. That will cause this pelvic tilt. And keeping all of these torso muscles tight and engaged will really help reduce any negative tension or pressure in your legs. So keep your back flat, pelvic is tilted, your legs are in the right spot, and then slowly bend from there. Only go as low as what feels comfortable to you. So that may mean that you just bend down 1 inch and then straighten and down. There is no requirement to get down to 90 degrees or lower. Do what works best for your body. Remember, the goal is to get strength without pain. So find whatever distance works best for you. Now, sometimes people will have knee pain with repetitive movements, and bending it down, then coming back up, then down and up is a repetitive movement for your knee. So that may not be very comfortable. And that is when I would suggest the wall squat hold. The theory is the same, but you just hold the position instead of coming up out of it. So you still want to make sure your leg alignment is perfect. You're about hip distance apart, away from the wall. When you bend down, your back muscles are up against the wall, ab muscles are tight, your knees are not in front of your toes, and hold. You should feel your ab muscles engaged, your quad muscles engaged, maybe your hamstrings as well, and hold for as long as you can. Maybe that's 10 seconds. Maybe it's 30 seconds. Maybe it's a minute, whatever you can do. But before you hit the point where your legs are quivering, slowly come back up. Your hold can be higher. Maybe your hold is just here. or even here. Whatever works for you.
I also want to point out that females have a higher tendency of their knees caving in. So make sure that when you're bending down and then standing up, your knees don't cave in or become knock-kneed. I'd encourage you to try out these two exercises and see if they feel like a better fit for you than regular squats. You will likely find that your knees feel like they have much less pressure on them and you're able to engage your core a little bit easier. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you thought it was helpful and found value in it, please remember to press the thumbs up button, share with a friend, and subscribe. And there's a couple of videos over here that you might like to watch too.